talk about this necessary evil. It's driving in the wintertime. You want to get to where you're going, but of course conditions can be dangerous. However, there are some tips to keep in mind when you're out on those roads. So for these helpful tips, we brought in one of our experts, Nick Kakish here from Revive Auto. You brought in a ton of stuff. Let's start with the tires, and we'll go all the way down to the windshield wipers here. You brought your trusted penny.
Yeah.
Let's start with this. We heard about this all the time. This is for the tread on the tires, correct?
Correct. So a lot of customers, when they drive their vehicles, they're not aware that tires is a big key, especially with the weather like this. So I always recommend a simple penny like this. Stick it between the treads. For example, like this customer's tire.
That tire looks rough. It's seen better days.
Yeah, very rough. So when you check it, you want to make sure that you don't want to see the head of the penny. For example, like this tire is brand new. When you do this, for example, you can barely see the head of the penny. So the more tread you have on your tire, the better traction you have in the snow and the rain as well. You want to avoid, hydroplaning as well too, because tires do play a big role on the road, especially weather like today.
Sure. And how often, do people need to be checking their tires with that?
So at Revive, every customer that comes in, we always check their tires. We always check the tire pressure as well too, because the tire pressure does play a big role in the tires.
Okay.
So not having the correct air in the tire does play a big role. So if your tire light is on, I do recommend get your tires checked out. It could be a quick little top off, and you'd be good on the road from there.
Okay, let's go on to the rest of the stuff here. Obviously, we got some blankets and even some cloths. I assume this is for your windshield to get some of the snow off. Is that it?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's two different options for cleaning the snow. This is the new neat one that it's good to.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, so it's a snow brush.
Okay.
You can use it against the car as well too. It's very soft material, doesn't scratch your car. Or you can go.
That's good for ice too, or that's just for snow?
Just to wipe off the snow.
Okay.
When it comes to ice, obviously you want to get a snow brush with the scraper on the end.
Okay.
So I do recommend having one of these in your car always.
Yeah. Obviously, you have the other fluids here too. What's important to keep in mind when you're looking at oils and fluids for your car in the winter?
So I always advise my customers that always check your washer solvent. So make sure you get the winter blend, not the summer blend, because you don't want this to freeze in your car. So if it freezes, then you're in big problems.
Out of luck.
Always make sure that your oil is always topped off in your car. So make sure you check your dipstick, check the oil, make sure it's between the minimum and the max, as well like your coolant as well. For vehicles with diesel or gasoline, I do always recommend putting like a good winter blend. Keep the system, nice and thawed out so it doesn't freeze and doesn't give you a hard time when you start your car in the morning.
Yeah, a question for you too. It happened to a couple of our producers here on the show. Their doors got stuck from the winter. It's been so cold. Yeah. Is there a better way to mitigate that if you get up for the day and you can't get your car open? I mean, how do you get in your car? So
I recommend always pre-start your car. It's good for the vehicle. So have your heat running. Don't go full blast, but put it in the min. So the vehicle can get up to operating temp. Other thing too is when you do go through a car wash or you do wash your vehicle, get one of these chamois, wipe the seal around the door. Make sure your door seal is nice and dry, because obviously when you get to negative temps, doors are freezing, and then it's going to give you a hard time to open up the doors.
Sure. Okay, coming into the winter, obviously we've had sub-zero temperatures. It's been negative wind chill a lot. Before we let you go, what's maybe the most important thing to keep in mind? What should people take away from this?
I always recommend everybody to check your lights, make sure all your lights are working correctly. Key things is wiper blades. A lot of people like to use the new style, which is the single blade. These I strongly recommend. You won't get these ones where the snow gets stuck inside.
These ones are better for you.
Correct.
Just with the snap here in the middle, yeah?
Well, the snap is for different kind of styles for different kind of vehicles.
Okay, yeah.
You want to focus more on the type of bead. So this one here, you're going to get built up with snow inside. Okay. So if your windows is streaking when the snow is on, you want to avoid using these. I do recommend using the single blade because you get better visibility and plus.
Windshield wipers are more important than we think.
Correct, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got you. Thank you very much. Again, Revive Auto with us here this morning on CBS.